Hey guys, it's Archie Luxury on the Archie Luxury channel. No, it's not. It's the Paul Pluta channel. This is where we do paid watch reviews. And today, guys, I've got a paid watch review for Justin's watch collection. Quick! This is paid review 25 QA 24 wristwatch. Check. I'm wearing Rolex Bluesy, man. That's the perfect summer watch. Guys, let's get this baby off the ground. What else can I tell you? Guys, don't forget, I do live stream. Archie Luxury channel, Archie Luxury live stream, daily live streams, and I do the Works Burger. That's right, I do the Works Burger. I do daily live streams, morning and night. Let's get back on track here. So, let's get into it. This is a paid review, and we love our paid reviews. Beautiful collection, and I want to talk about this because you know what, guys? Watches, this is where the love is, man. The love is in the horology. That's where the love is. And we've got a beautiful collection. And he's been very kind and sent me a nice super chat, a nice paid review donation. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get it on the collection's on the screen now. Let's get into it now. Okay, here we go. So let's start here we go. Let's have a look at what he says. He says, "Hi, Arch. I originally sent you 65 US on PayPal, but after writing this email, I was worried it was too long for that price. I sent you another 35. Converted to 150 Aussie. I remember the guy many years ago who sent you War and Peace for 20 bucks. And I didn't want to be that guy. My name is Justin. I'm very excited to write to you for a collection review. I have now been watching your channel for almost 4 years and feel like I've finally built up a collection to a point where it is worthy of a review. I'm 28 years old and live in the Minneapolis, Minnesota area." What a young guy, man. A young guy with an amazing collection. Fuck, what a great idea. Let's have a look at the pieces in the collection he's got here. What do you think here, guys? I think it looking bloody nice. Bloody nice. Fuck me dead. We got a 4-piece combo meal deal. Before I go into it, the Cartier. Yeah. See, look at this. I can just look at this photo here. We got a Breitling. We've got a Rolex Submariner. And we got a Reverso. Fuck me dead. 3 icons. Now the Cartier. The Cartier is the only thing I'm not so keen on, but we'll get to that in a moment. Let's have a look at and see what he says here, because I really do. I'm getting a lot of love for this collection here. I really do love what he's got here. Let's have a look here. Let's see what he says here. He goes, "My first piece is the Breitling Navitimer 01, reference AB 0120 43 mil. I remember about 4 years ago, I started getting into watches. I saw the Navitimer at a Watches of Switzerland store and immediately became infatuated with it. The organized clutter of the slide rule bezel made me fall in love. It made me feel like a World War II fighter pilot just looking at it, and took me back to my memories when I was a kid building model planes and watching fighter pilots documentaries, which I always loved. I know the Navi was released after the war, but it's still what I imagine." Actually, look, the Navi is a hugely aviation-inspired watch. I wouldn't be discounting this watch at all. This is, it's a hugely popular aviation, definitely one of the icons in aviation. I always loved the gold wing B logo, which in my opinion is the best applied logo in all watchmaking. Overall, Breitling is my favorite brand due to the designs and aviation history. I've got to tell you my own opinion. I fucking love Breitling. I really do. Breitling's become a bit of the, it's not really, the community doesn't love it as much as it should, but the two Breitlings that stand out for me are the Navitimer and the Super Ocean Heritage. I think they're both fucking beautiful. I've owned a Breitling. I had I've owned a Navitimer. I've owned a number of Breitlings. A Navitimer, I had a Navitimer. It was called the old Navitimer because the layout was different. Had the time at the 3. But this new one you've got it's gorgeous. Classic. Now, I bought the Navitimer in 2022 for 5.5 on Chrono from a dealer based in Amsterdam. Although it came to 6,000 with taxes. And see, this is the problem. If you're in America and you want to buy a Breitling, I wouldn't be buying it from fucking Europe. That's the worst possible place because you get fucked on taxes and tariffs. There! Yucky. I also bought a new brown alligator leather strap instead of the black calfskin strap that it came with. The one problem is winding rotor doesn't work as well as it should, and it can stop keeping time on my wrist after a few days of fully winding it. I've been needing to get it fixed, but have been putting it off. I'd take it back to Breitling. Breitling's actually, I've got to tell you, their after-sales service is pretty damn good. I had a Navitimer, and the safety catch on the bracelet it lost its pin there. They did it for free. I don't know if they still do good service like that, but I had a good time with them. That Breitling is fucking beautiful. I also love it on the bracelet, but hey, you've got it. It's working for you. That's great. So you're saying what happens there? You say the problem is winding rotor doesn't work as well as it should. It can stop keeping time on my wrist after a few days of fully. Why do you mean it stops on your wrist? Jeez. You're not running the chronograph continually, are you? Okay. Second watch is the Rolex Submariner Starbucks reference 126610 LV with the Mark 1 bezel. I bought this about 16 months ago from David SW. It was 15,875, but they ran a deal at the time and I got it for 15,000, which I was really pleased about. Yeah, look, David SW, show sponsor. He's not the cheapest, but he's fucking good. You must remember, you forget about the price. You forget about the price after you've done the deal. You know what I'm saying? You've got to remember that. So, fuck me dead. I'm just trying to undo this glue thing here I've got. Fuck. Okay. Fair enough. Where were we? Okay. So now we were talking David SW. He's good. David SW, I didn't have to pay taxes or shipping, which I was happy with. It's hard enough to retain value on watches when you're getting killed on the transaction. Yes, even if you're buying pre-owned. See, better to buy in America. If you're in America, buy in America. If you're in England, buy in England. If you're in Europe, buy in Europe. I've always loved the sub and Rolex ever since my dad came home one day when I was a kid back in 2004 with a two-tone bluesy Submariner. Growing up, that watch was all I knew about luxury watches, and I always viewed it as an epitome of nice watches. For me, the sub I really wanted was the Hulk, but it was far too out of my price range, and the Starbucks was just, look, Starbucks or the Hulk, you know what? Fuck, who cares, man? I'll be honest with you. If I had a choice of a Starbucks or a Hulk, I'd probably go for the Starbucks, okay? I think it is nicer. I like the black dial. And I think the proportions of the 41 mil case is slight. Look, I've got the 40 because in the bluesy, you know what? I like the gold writing, and it was cheaper. As you said, this one was the cheaper of the two. In your case, the newer model was cheaper. Fuck, that is so cool there. For me, the sub he wanted with the Hulk was da-da-da-da. Although I prefer the Hulk style, the nice thing about the Starbucks, it's a little more understated and doesn't draw as much attention. The green bezel is subtle in most lighting, and only in direct lighting does the green pop up. Yes, yeah, I totally agree. I love that. I actually love the Starbucks. If I had a choice, someone said to me, "Hey, Arch, you can have one free. The only thing is, it's not for sale. You got to keep it and use it. Starbucks or Hulk, I'd go Starbucks." Okay. Next watch we've got here, my most recent acquisition is the Reverso Tribute Calendar in rose gold. Rose gold? Oh, that's rose gold. Fuck! It's rose fucking gold! Gold! Jerry, we got gold. Fuck me dead. I didn't realize you. I thought it. Fuck me dead. Fuck. My recent acquisition is the Reverso Tribute Calendar in rose gold. It just came in yesterday. I bought it from a Japanese deal on Chrono for 16.5, which was a really good price. However, with shipping, they fucked you up the ass. 18,000. You know, and the Japs, they won't ever lie about the value. They're just cunts like that. And with customs, it came to an extra 18,000, which hurt. The strap was also over 400 that I just bought. Yeah, it's nice to get a nice strap. But since the dealer doesn't ship what a fucking cunt face to import. Oh, what a fucking, these stupid cunts, they follow the fucking letter of the law. Fuck me dead. So all that it needed up being about 20,000. Now, I tell you what, you know what? Why don't you, I know a perfect solution. Why don't you tell them you've got a friend in Japan you can send it to, and then I'll get the fucking strap to you, okay? Let's do that, okay? Please email me. I can get that strap. Tell them you've got a friend in Japan who's in Japan. They can send it to there, and we'll get this fucking thing organized, okay? Because you don't want to lose the strap to a slimy cunt. Okay. So it ended up being 20,450. Still the lowest price for that model on Chrono is 22.5 from a US dealer. You should have negotiated with the US dealer. That's what I would have done, I suppose, and I'm still happy. Yeah, it's a beautiful watch. I've always loved. It's fucking beyond beautiful. Believe you me, that fucking Reverso is beyond fucking beautiful. I've always loved this piece. You're 28 fucking years old. Slow down the truck. Please, just slow down. You want to have a nice car. You want to get some bitches. You want to drink some champagne. Slow down a bit. We don't need to spend everything up. You got some fucking beautiful. I've always loved this piece. I was also considering a model in steel, as well as the Reverso Tribute Moon in steel as well, but I decided I wanted the full calendar complication with precious metal. Two of my ultimate grails are the Patek 5396R annual calendar. Beautiful watch, but I still think your Reverso is equally up there. And the Langmatic Lange Perpetual, and this Reverso allows me to get as close as I can to that level of watchmaking and watch design as I can. Look, there's nothing inferior about the Reverso. That is a super nice piece. I know the movement finishing on the JLC aren't on the level of the other two. Almost, but they're pretty fucking good. And design and beauty are. I remember your Monards Casino video with this watch, and you had high praise for it. You fucking bet that watch is absolutely beautiful. That is a fucking gorgeous fucking watch. There is make no bones about this fucking thing. That is fucking absolutely beautiful. That is a fucking beautiful watch. I gotta be totally honest with you. I think it's fucking beautiful. Now let's get back into actually, just before we get back into it, let's just I want to run a small advert. This is for David SW. Guys, if you're in America, let's run the ad. I'd tell you who I'd go to is David. Let's run the ad, and I'll keep talking after the ad. Hi guys, it's Archie Luxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW, David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW, David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW, David SW, David SW. Guys, remember that if you're in America, fuck sucking up to the dealers. Fuck it off. Fuck kissing his ass and bringing in donuts. Fuck that lazy fucker. Go to David SW. Now we're continuing the collection review. Last piece I'll mention is the Cartier tank. Louis must. Nah, this is the fucking gold plate. It's a gold plated quartz tank from the 90s, early 2000. This is a piece that my dad gave me. Oh, he gave it to you a few years ago. I do love the design of the tank. It's my favorite Cartier and an icon to be sure. But to be honest, I don't really look at this piece the same way. Of course, it's fucking inferior. First, when my dad gave me the watch, it was a very casual. You can have it if you want it, sort of manner. He didn't really care for it all that much, and it wasn't a regular wear for him, unlike the bluesy sub that I mentioned. The bluesy would have sentimental value when I would eventually get that watch passed down to me, but this tank have as much. Also, the fact that it was handed to me as opposed to having to grind and save up for 18 months like I had to do with my other pieces, there wasn't very much delayed gratification compared to the other three. And the fact that it's gold plated and quartz instead of mechanical sours it a little. This is a perfect watch for a future wife in the future. I'd just hang on to it. I definitely like it and wear it a lot more than the shitters I first bought, Seiko, Tissot, Timex, Citizen, Sub, Homage. But at the same time, I don't look at it as I do the other three. Had I been more fond of it, I wouldn't have gone for another gold. Oh, well, of course, it's fucking gold plated. It's not in the same league. Say a reverso to avoid redundancy, but the tank's presence didn't influence my decision to get the reverso. Ideally, I would eventually trade. I don't think you're going to get much for it. Trade for the full gold version, like the tank you once owned, but I probably wouldn't want to do that to avoid being, I'd just keep the fucking thing. As for now, I'm definitely done buying new watches for several years now. Then I inevitably do go back to it, the Tudor Black Bay 58. You know what? You've got the fucking Starbucks. You don't need that. Speedmaster and IWC Pilot Chronos are some of the next watches I would eventually like to add someday, and then a VC Overseas in blue, Patek 5396R, and a Langmatic Perpetual Ultimate Grails, like I mentioned, but those wouldn't come until a few more decades. Anyway, I hope that wasn't too long, but I'm eager to hear your thoughts and watch your video response. Picture of the collection is attached. Also, hope you had a fun time at Watches and Wonders. Looked fun. Thanks, Justin. Justin, let me just tell you firstly, it is an absolute honor, a privilege to have a young folk like yourself in the hobby. This is what the hobby is all about. We want to get young folk in loving the watches. And I really do think, Justin, you have a fucking superb collection. I think, look, the tank itself there, I would just keep the tank. Your dad gave it to you. It's not worth a lot of money. Just keep it for the sake of it. But when we talk about your collection, it's really what we're talking about. Let me just fix this image up. We're really talking these three pieces, okay? Because let's face it, the fucking Cartier ain't in this fucking league. It's not in this league, man. It's not in the league. But these three watches fuck me dead. 28 and you've got these. I mean, seriously, fuck me dead. 3 icons. Okay, 3 icons. You've got the ultimate chronograph, the Breitling. Fuck me dead. That is one of the original must. You know, that's just such a beautiful chronograph. The ultimate dive watch, Rolex Submariner. It doesn't fucking get better. And then as the dress watch, do not put this watch down. This watch, in my opinion, is so much out there with Patek. I love Patek, don't get me wrong. This is so fucking beautiful. These 3. You know what, Justin, if you had, please, Justin, I don't think you need a damn thing. Okay, what would you add? You add a Tudor. Let's realistic. What do you want to add there? You want to add a Tudor Black Bay. You don't fucking need the Tudor Black Bay. Okay, no point adding a Tudor Black Bay. You got the Starbucks. That pisses on that. Then we're talking Speedmaster. Well, the Speedmaster is iconic. Yes, it is. But you got the Navi. That's an iconic chronograph. Do you need a Speedy? Maybe. Look, a Speedy would be good. I would even say First Omega in space. It's got it's got a slightly different flavor. Look, it doesn't matter. You could add a Speedy. That's a sensible piece as a birthday gift, 40 or 30 or whatever. That's not I'd say, yeah, add a Speedy is good. IWC, I would probably be adding a big pilot with the big onion crown. You want to buy it pre-owned. You don't want to buy it from Europe. You want to buy that fucker in America. I'd add that. You don't have to add it now, but in the future, a nice big pilot watch. That's icons, because you've got icons here. And what I would do is realistically with your collection, I'd just keep it at that. The VC Overseas in blue, look, eventually, sure, but I wouldn't sell the Reverso to get one. Your Reverso, I'd much rather have your Reverso than the Vacheron Overseas. The Patek 5396, you know what? I got to be honest with you when I say I actually prefer your Reverso. Okay, I've owned a number of Pateks. I love Patek Philippe. But don't put this Reverso down. It is so fucking cool. It's beyond cool. Okay? So the rich man would have the 5396. The suave guy who fucks the bitches would have the gold Reverso. So I wouldn't get out of the gold Reverso. The Langmatic. Look, Lange makes great things. I think the Perpetual Langmatic is probably, let's be realistic, okay? Unless you're going to commit serious white-collar fraud, a Langmatic is out of reach for most of us. I'd say a Lange 1. Just get a Lange 1. Now, they're not cheap. They're definitely not cheap as well, but I'd be more realistic in my goals, because unless you're going to commit serious white-collar fraud, I just don't know how you're going to fund it, especially when you get married and the bitches want kids and blah, 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 blah. Now, all I could say to you is, Justin, get yourself a nice car. This is winner chicken dinner. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. 28, fuck me dead. You have got, it's just incredible collection. You should be, if you were my son, I'd be extremely proud of you. Let me tell you that. This is amazing. It's beautiful. Promise me, just keep these 3 on the screen. Just keep them, and everything will be absolutely fine. That's what I would do. Just keep those. Everything will be fine. And that's definitely what I do. Please, guys. Also, check out rustyswatches.com if you want a price check. That's a great way to price check and see what a watch is really going for, because Chrono 24 is a bit inflated. It is inflated. So I would really say to you, check. I'm just going to bring it up on the screen here. If you're doing any price checks, I'd go to Rusty's, because it checks prices around the place. That's exactly it. Now, the beautiful thing with rustyswatches.com, we can, so if you're in America, we can take the switches off. We don't need to know. All we want is US. That's all we want is US of A. And I got to be honest with you. Let's type in here Lange 1. Let's see what comes up. See? And we can sort low to high. Let's have a look. How much are we looking at for Lange 1s? Let's have a look. Let's get this baby on the screen now. Let's have a look. Lange 1. See, I honestly, Lange. Oh, see, it's this here, Lange 1. Let's have a look here. They use that number quite a bit in many things. But look at this, 1815. I love the 1815. Lange 1, you know what? I like the moon phase. That's my favorite, one of my favorite. Here we go. 42. Fuck me dead. That's expensive. Oh, 30s. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Lange 1, 20. Fuck, luxury bazaar. Low to high. Fuck, they're expensive. Lange's are dear fucking things. Fuck me dead. They're not cheap. These are not fucking cheap. So check out rustyswatches.com. Check out for price checks. Guys, that's the collection. What can I say? 28-year-old with an amazing, those three, just keep those. You have an amazing collection. Don't put the Reverso down. That Reverso, I'll be honest with you. If you gave me a choice of a 5396 or that Reverso, it'd be a fucking, I'm telling you honestly, that Reverso is incredible. It's incredible. Do not put that down. Okay, guys, that is the show for today. Please, guys, be kind, be nice. And also, guys, keep the paid reviews coming. Without the paid reviews, it's hard for me to survive. I gotta survive, fuckers. Survive. Okay, guys. See you in the next.